Hey guys, RJ here with One Shot Gear again. Want to go over the basics of the Stone Glacier Backpack System. So we've been getting a lot of questions. This is the time of year you guys are doing your first hikes of the year, all that fun stuff. You're picking up sheds, you're getting in shape again, getting ready for those tags to come out here in the summer, and get ready for your hunts. So super basics here. Stone Glacier has 3 different frames. They have their Evo frame, they have their R3 frame, and they have their most popular, which is their XCurve frame. All these frames are just a little bit different. And it's super important that you actually get them, try them on, find out which one's most comfortable for you, and it's gonna change your life forever. These are the best backpacks on the market to date. I'll put my money where my mouth is. That's why we carry them here at One Shot Gear. It is absolutely awesome. So, starting here on the left, we got the Evo frame, which is designed to be their lightest weight frame. This one's coming in at 2 pounds, 7 ounces. It's super lightweight, super minimalist. It is for those guys that absolutely count ounces. It's gonna be a straight frame, and that is it. Nothing too crazy about it. Again, it's designed to be super simple. The next frame I have on my left here is the R3 series. This one is going to be another straight frame design, which keeps it that lightweight, 2 pounds, 14 ounces on this guy. But it's going to have a bunch more attachments. It's going to have quite a few different hookups for different attachments. They're going to be designed to hold AR mags, all that fun stuff. This frame is even designed to be hooked to a harness and jump out of planes with it. This thing is just bulletproof, more military, tactical style oriented frame, but again, a super good frame. And then the most popular frame they sell, which is their XCurve frame. This guy's coming in at 3 pounds, 1 ounce. So not a huge weight difference between these guys. Most guys actually think this is the lightest frame, and that is specifically because of the patent that makes this frame so awesome, which is the XCurve. So it actually matches the curvature of your back, which keeps it as close to your body as you can. So when you're carrying a load and stuff, it's actually closer to your center of gravity, which just absolutely keeps this thing solid and attached to you. Less friction points, it doesn't feel as hot, it doesn't feel as heavy, and it feels more secure to your body. So again, these frames, all of them are awesome. All of them are great for different reasons. It's just important you get to a store, come into One Shot Gear, order offline, put 50 pounds on these guys. We'll get it sized to you. We'll make sure it all matches up nice, and then we can decide which frame's best for you and your mission sets. So let's go over a frame. So we'll start over here with the XCurve frame. This is gonna be the most popular. About 9 out of 10 of our customers prefer this one over the other 2 frames, specifically because of that XCurve shape to it. So, couple of key features on all of the frames is the load shelf built onto the frame. So that means you can operate this entire system without a bag. The way I like to do it is I'll just unbuckle and then loosen all the way, all 3 connection points here. And that'll open up my shelf here to the frame. The straps should be pulled in to the front, and that's just to keep it clean for the ladies, just to keep you from yanking on those straps thinking there's something else. So you just go through there, and then you can loosen this frame, and I like to loosen them all the way when I first start. A super common problem I see with guys packing out on a Stone Glacier for the first time is they like to loosen this bottom hook down here. The only reason to do anything with this is if you're washing it or removing the load shelf. Guys will loosen that up a little bit, thinking that they could get around their bag a little more to pull it in. That is not the point of the load shelf. The point of the load shelf is to keep it up above the hip, and that way it's nice and centered on your back and it's not getting below your big booty or something like that. So keep those guys tight. If you do loosen this, the meat has a tendency to work its way down in that bag, and it'll start sliding down beyond your shelf. So again, just keep those guys all the way tight, and that way there's no room for that meat to fall. So I've got a replica moose quarter down here. And so this guy, the way I like to put it on is I will actually strap it just like this. You just feed it on. And when you're loading this in the field, just make sure the bag is faced downhill. So if you're up on a hill, that way that weight will naturally keep itself in. And then just give it a nice little tug. Again, the whole point of the load shelf is just to keep it from getting down below your waist. Then you find your buckles, bring them up, and just a quick clip. And then I just do a super light, just a little bit of tension, nothing too crazy at first. I want to make sure I get that weight nice and centered before I do too much with it. So, just like that. And so most of the time I'll have a bag on, but if I have to do a solo elk hunt or something like that and I'm going in for a second load, I'll very often just ditch my bag back at the rear. I'll pack a canteen or a water bladder, and then I'll come in without a bag and just connect up super easy, just like this. And so then I like to just keep it nice and centered, tighten it down, and just like that, you're off to the races. That's all. It's that easy to use your load shelf. Next up, we're going to show you guys how to use it with the bag. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to go over is how to put a load on with your bag on the frame. So I actually prefer this way, keeps that meat nice and tight to this. First step is I like to just take off all my buckles, loosen everything, and just get this guy thrown over. So super easy. So you're going to dump your load lifters here. There we are. And then work your way down the sides. You got 2 side buckles. You have your 4 bottom straps. Just loosen them until they hit their checkpoints here. And then 2 more side buckles. And then you have your actual straps down here that keep your bag on the frame. You're going to dump both those so they come off. And then your bag should just come right off. Again, you want to put the bag on the downhill side. Nothing too crazy. You're going to undo your load shelf straps here, so that way they're out of the storage zone. And then loosen that top up all the way. So now you got your load shelf access. Again, you want to keep your bottom straps all the way compressed. No need to loosen them at all. So got my replica moose quarter here with this guy all the way loosened. Just gonna throw it on. Just like that. And then with your bag all the way loosened, it should just very easily fold right back over, just like that. So again, you want to do a nice loose fitting all the way around with your straps. So I just like to come up and find my 4 connection points. Just do a nice loose fitting. Something else that's super important, you won't lose any cubic inches in your bag when you take a load out. So you don't have to worry about packing a little bit lighter or trying to dump gear when you do this. Your bag's cubic inches are gonna be the exact same. So in this case we have a 5900, it's gonna stay the exact same. On the top here, the difference is I obviously can't get my bag back onto the sleeves. So they have these nice connection points that are sewn into the top. You're gonna find your load lifters that are attached to your bag, and they're gonna be just like that guy. And you're gonna just strap those guys on. Nice and simple. And then again, nice loose fitting. Do both sides here. And then I like to just center my bag up and then put a hand on top and start cranking her down. Get that load nice and tight. You don't want it to start getting wiggle room because it'll start slowly breaking loose on your hike out. Move around here to the front. Get those nice load lifters nice and tight. And just cinch down that bag. Get all that pressure out. I like getting this bag nice and tight because the closer it is to your back, the less it feels like it weighs. And then the last step is on the front now. We have our load lifters that are sewn into our frame that are now exposed, our connection points, and you just want to string those guys up. So I like to keep them just a little bit loose. I'll actually finish tightening them when they're on my back. Super, super easy, guys. All right, just like that, now I've got a moose quarter on my Stone Glacier frame. And again, this system is exactly the same for all the frames. All the bags fit on all the frames. They have the exact same connection points. So as you upgrade, change out gear, all that fun stuff, everything's gonna be the exact same, and it doesn't require a lot of relearning, re-education of anything. So, thanks again, and next step is us showing you how the bag goes back onto the frame so you can get back out and back out hunting. All right guys, next step, we're gonna show you how to take off your load and then reset your pack for going out and hiking again, how to get it back onto the frame. So first thing I like to do is I'll just undo my side buckles. I've got 4 of them again, just 2 on each side. And then your load lifters, your extensions, these guys right here, just take them off. Come right off. And then you do again on the other side. And then again, every time I loosen this bag and I'm trying to do something with the load shelf, I'll just take it right on off. So, take your meat out, put it in your cooler, in your fridge, in your locker, wherever you need to do. So, getting the bag back onto the frame properly. Easier said than done for sure. First thing I like to do is take my load shelf, cinch it as tight as it'll go so it's nice and flat. And then I like to take my extra and I'll actually feed it back through the buckle. So, you have your 1, 2, 3 slots. The closest one to the center of your frame is the one I feed it through. And it's just to store it and to keep that out of everybody's way. So you don't have an extra strap just hanging off your bag or nothing. And you just pull on it on accident and just a big waste of time or it gets caught on stuff. Just keeping it nice and clean. So, got load lifter extenders here. I take those and I'll actually tuck those in there just like that. Again, just keeping it super clean. That way stuff's out of your way for when you need to do stuff in the dark. Then on your bag, all of your bags will have these awesome pockets on all except 2 of them, I believe. And if they do, you just connect to the extenders. But these bags are what's important, these sewn-on thing. So that pocket actually goes into your frame, just like that. And you'll do both of them. Just like that. And you will actually take your load lifters from your frame and connect them to where it's sewn into the bag. So, just like that. To the other side. Again, where it's sewn in above that pocket, take your load lifter, and that is where she weaves onto. Alright, the very next thing you need to do, once you get those pockets on, is you need to attach your bag and cinch it down to your frame. So, on every bag, there is these straps right here that are sewn on. And these are your compression straps. So when you yank them down, it's gonna pull these guys nice and tight for you. So, and that is actually what keeps your bag on the frame. So you find that, and then your connection point is on your frame. And the way to find it is you find your load shelf, follow to the bottom to where it's sewn and attached to your frame, and then it's the upward facing strap that heads to the top of your bag. That is the little guy you're gonna use. It's only about 7 inches or so. And you just weave that guy on, and you wanna take and you wanna make this guy nice and tight. So, you wanna cinch that guy nice and down, and you'll be able to hear it, like flick it here. It's just nice and tight. You do not want that pocket to come off while you're hiking. It's the most common mistake I see in here is people's come in complaining about their bags being uncomfortable and stuff, and I can almost guarantee that this guy fell off. So what'll happen is this strap here will loosen, will work itself loose with a lot of weight on it, and those pockets will come off the frame, and this bag gets nice and loose on it. So the best way to test it, if you get it tight enough, grab that top of your bag and shake it. If it comes off the frame, it's better you did it now than a mile into your hike with a big load. So, super easy. Everything else, when you attach it to your bag, you can screw up on now because it's gonna work. But the proper way to do it is you got your 2 connection points on the sides. You're just gonna connect those to your bag. And then just get them nice and tight. You have your bottom straps that are sewn into the bottom of your frame. Those guys will go to your bottom loops right here. And then you have some side ones. So straight above where your belt is connected, about a 1/2 inch, you have another nice long strap. So, and that is it, guys. That is how you properly reconnect your bag to your frame, and it is now ready to go out and hike around and get another load and get out of the mountain. So, thanks again for watching. Alright guys, RJ here with One Shot Gear. Want to go over Stone Glacier accessories. Stone Glacier has a load of accessories for all kinds of situations, to put on packs, to put on gear, all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to go over a brief overview on most of them so you have some idea what you're looking at, so you know what's best for your mission set. On this right side of the table, we've got probably the most unique item they make. This is the R3-240 system. This is designed to hold 30 round AR mags for their R3 packs. This is only good for their R3 frames. So if you're not running that kind of stuff, not a big problem. Mostly a hunting aspect, you'll not see this in the field. The next item is we have our spotting scope sleeves. So these things are good for any 95mm objective. I find a big problem with my Swarovski BTX fitting in here, but it should fit everything else just fine, 95mm and under. They come in two different colors. Doesn't matter the color too much, just your personal preference. Down here on the bottom, you have your accessory bags. These guys weave onto the front of your bag system, and they hook through the frame straps on 6 different connection points, and they're designed to give you another 1,100 cubic inches of storage. Something I like to do is put my rain gear in these guys, and then if I see if it's gonna rain on my day hikes, I'll just click this onto my bag and I'm off and going. I don't have to repack my system at all. The next items, you have your Stone Glacier rain covers. They come in 2 sizes. One size fits most, and a small. The small is made for all frame in packs. So your 2200s, your Kiowas, that kind of thing. And then the big guy is meant for all frame packs. The one size fits most size. Easy enough, guys, super easy. The next item I want to talk about is probably the most important item and something I super recommend you buy when you purchase your frame. And that is your hydration storage systems. So you can either use a water bladder, which you run your hydro sleeve, and this is just going to weave inside the bag, whatever bag you buy with the pack, and it's going to give you somewhere to connect your water bladder to and to store that water bladder. Or if you're a canteen guy like myself, you can get a pocket to fit that canteen and to hold water bottles. And this will just weave onto the outside of your packs. They have 2 different connection options for that. The next items down here, we have your camp pockets. They come in the white, and then they also come in the FG color. This guy is going to be specifically designed for their Kiowa 3200 bag. It's going to have the Velcro inserts, so if you don't run that kind of bag, you're going to end up with the camp pocket style. All right, flying along here, your rifle sling attachments. So another super important accessory to attach your rifle with. You're gonna see 3 items. There's gonna be one for each individual frame. Make sure you pick out the one that matches your frame. This is the R3 specific one, but again, it comes with the Evo and the XCurve one as well. So just make sure you get the right one for your frame. Then you have super basics, just large accessory pockets and small accessory pockets. These can be woven onto anything. They're specifically designed for your belt, but I even attach mine to the back of my pack. And it's just something nice to keep your phone in or keep your keys in, or headlamps even, so you're not digging through your pack looking for it in the dark. And then you have 2 sizes on that item as well. And then they also sell a dry bag. So again, this is just most of the items. It's not all on here. There's loads of items. These are just the most important ones, I think, and hopefully this helps straighten out what your guys are seeing on the website and lets you know what you need so you can decide for your hunt.